Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another reading of the Bible. We are in Isaiah 28, and this is a little different. As I said in my last video from the beach, the Newport Beach, I said that I stopped at 27, chapter 27 of Isaiah, because Isaiah 28 takes place in a different time zone, a different timeline, according to the chronological Bible. Now, I'm looking at the chronological Bible, and Isaiah 28, and it's interesting. I don't know if you can see that well. Put it up there. That's June 28th, 28th of June, and you got Isaiah 28. So 28 on the 28th. Um, According to this chronological Bible, the 1 year chronological Bible, Isaiah 28 takes place after Hosea chapter 14, according to the chronology, and before 2 Kings 17:5 or 2 Kings 18, verse 9. So really, it's between Hosea 14 and 2 Kings 18. Okay, and I put links or what they call end cards on YouTube. I put those in, and so you can follow along chronologically if you wish. So that is where Isaiah 28 is. And let me read it from the King James, chapter 28 of Isaiah. Woe to the crown of pride, to the drunkards of Ephraim, whose glorious beauty is a fading flower, which are on the head of the fat valleys of them who are overcome with wine. Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hull and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. The crown of pride, the drunkards of Ephraim, shall be trodden underfoot, under feet. The glorious beauty which is on the head of the fat valley shall be fading flower, and as the hasty fruit before the summer, which when he who looketh upon it, seeth while it is yet in his hand, he eateth it up. In that day shall the Lord of hosts be for a crown of glory, and for a diadem of beauty unto the residue or remainder of his people, for for a spirit of judgment to him who sitteth in judgment. That's either an actual judge or a king, and for strength to them who turn the battle to the gate. But they also have erred through wine, and through strong drink are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness. Ew, disgusting. So that there is no place, there's no clean place or clean place. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them who are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breasts of breasts of women, for the babies. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little. Okay, that's a very familiar verse. Very confusing, but it's a familiar verse. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people, to whom he said, This is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. But the word of the Lord was upon them, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, says it twice, line upon line, here a little, there a little, that they might go and fall backward, be broken, snared, and taken. Like the movie with Liam Neeson, Taken. Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men who rule this people which is in Jerusalem. Because ye have said, We have made a covenant with death and with hell. That's interesting. Let's see, verse 15, with hell. 15. Sheol, yep, or the grave. Are we at agreement? When the overflowing scourge or scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation of stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He who believeth shall not make haste. Precious stone, the cornerstone. Or I think in the New Testament, Jesus is called the head of the corner or the cornerstone. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hall shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the hiding place. Your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. From the time that it goeth forth, it shall take you. For morning and by morning shall it pass over. By day and by night it shall be a vexation, only to understand the report. For the bed is shorter than that a man can stretch, is shorter than that a man can stretch himself on it, and the covering narrower than that he can wrap himself in it. For the Lord shall rise up as in Mount Perazim, he shall be wroth in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work. And the word strange, and there's a footnote, the word strange is awesome. That's a better awesome. His do his work, his awesome work. I think awesome is a better. And bring to pass his act, his awesome or unusual act. It's interesting. The second time, the second act, the first act is just his act, but his the first strange is called awesome, but the second strange or strange act is unusual according to the footnotes here. That's interesting. Now therefore be ye not mockers, lest your bands be made strong. For I've heard from the Lord God of hosts a consumption even determined upon the whole earth. Give ye ear and hear my voice. Hearken and hear my speech. Doth the plowman plow all day to sow? Doth he open and break the clods of his ground? When he hath made plain the face thereof, doth he not cast abroad the fitches, Fitches, and scatter the cumin, that's a herb, that's a spice, the cumin, and cast in the principal wheat and the appointed barley and the rye in their place. Now, rye is that same as R-Y-E because it's spelled R-I here in verse 25. So look at the footnote here, verse 25. The la 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 barley. Spelt. Fitches for la 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 la. Rye, verse 25. Spelt is in the footnote here. Okay. So you have to look at the word spelt is. I've seen spelt in certain ancient grains cereals. I believe that's some sort of a seed. Spelt. Okay. Verse 26. Yeah. 26. For his God doth instruct him to discretion and doth teach him. For the fitches, let's see if there. Now this fitches has a footnote, and that footnote is for 27. Black cumin is not black cumin abroad the fitches, cast abroad the fitches. Okay, back to 25, cast abroad the fitches. Okay, so fitches is black cumin because I think regular cumin is like a brown, like a beige brown, almost a blonde, but not really blonde. So there's black cumin as well. And that's the word there is fitches, Fitches. Okay. For the fitches are not threshed with a threshing instrument, neither is a cartwheel turned about upon the cumin, but the fitches or the black cumin are beaten out with a staff, and the brown cumin with a rod. Okay. Bread corn is bruised. Bread corn is bruised. Bread corn is flour must be ground, or bread flour, right? Yeah, bread flour or corn, bread flour or corn is bruised or crushed. No, I'm sorry. Bread flour or corn is bruised because he will not ever be threshing it, nor break it with the wheel of his cart, nor bruise or crush it. Yeah, same thing. Is bruised or crushed, nor bruise it with his horsemen. 29. This also cometh forth from the Lord of hosts, who is wonderful in counsel and excellent in working. Excellent in guidance. Excellent in guidance. I think that guidance is a better word. Okay. And that is the chapter 28. And again, I will put end cards. They call them end cards. I think they call them something else. I'll put notifications on where to read chapter 28 of Isaiah, and I'll get to 29 tomorrow. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Have a great night. Bye bye.